Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be playing Tribe 9. It is one of the latest gacha games in the scenes, developed by Akatsuki Games, and it also happens to be one of my favorite gacha games so far. And today we're going to be talking about key features and maybe why you should download Tribe 9. But before we do that, thank you to Tribe 9 for sponsoring today's video, and boys, let's get on into it. Now, what is Tribe 9? To give a little overview of the game, it is essentially a dystopian future in which groups of people get together in sort of a Neo-Tokyo society to play baseball games, and baseball is very linked with the game's story, but also linked with the game's mechanics. So a lot of characters wield baseball bats as weapons, but also play like an extreme version of baseball. Imagine baseball if your life was on the line and you're pitching throughout an entire city, because that is essentially the plot of this game. In these little baseball sections, you essentially pitch or hit and play a huge game of XB, is what they call it in this game, which is short form for extreme baseball. The character animations in this are super cool. You start off in your first XB game fighting this guy called Zero, and you're going to gradually go against tougher and tougher opponents as you play through these XB games. The first one alone, from what I experienced, was really thrilling. Watching some of the characters dive for balls or the insane pitches that Zero was throwing at me, I thought it was really intense. And I know as they progress, it's only going to get more crazy. So I'm looking forward to more XB games. I was able to get through all of Chapter 0, and from what I saw from that chapter, there's engaging villains, already impactful deaths, which I won't spoil for you guys, and overall, a really good, cohesive story that really ties in with, honestly, a lot of the game mechanics. And why don't we talk about some of those game mechanics? Starting out with combat. Now, you're going to kind of walk around and free roam in this little pixely world, but when you actually enter combat, you're going to see that all combat is actually in 3D. And let's talk about a few of the combat mechanics. First, you're going to have your primary attack. For this, you just click your left mouse key and do normal attack. Then you have your secondary attack where you use an E. Now you're going to notice that you have two bars. There's going to be your little orange bar, and then you're going to have like a blue and cyan bar there on the left side. The right one is basically just like your stamina bar. When you do things like sprint, secondary attacks, you're going to lose points on that stamina bar, and then you're going to have to replenish them in order to get back your stamina. Another thing that's important to note during combat is that you're able to switch between characters using the 1, 2, and 3 keys. You can also do this in the outside world. If you can switch between the characters you're using, if you do 1, 2, or 3, you can switch between them. All these characters have different abilities, ultimates, and different things that they can do on the field. For example, the character I'm playing now can kind of stay away from the enemy and take attacks from a safe distance. Or if I switch to another character, he is more of an upfront character with a hammer that does big lunge attacks that usually are very heavy and take a long time to get off. And more important things to note, we also have a dash, which we can use to dodge attacks, and a space bar, which we can use to counterattack when the enemies hit us. Now, you'll also notice there in the top left-hand corner of your screen, you're going to have what is called a tension bar. You want to build up that tension bar. The enemy is also going to have this, and that also builds up over time. And when they reach their max tension, they will do more damage. But you can also build up your own tension. And when you do this, you unlock the ability to do your ultimate attack. Once that tension bar gets to 3, you can perform them. However, you first have to do a couple things. One, you're going to have to do combo attacks with your characters. Every now and again, you're going to get little flash ups on your screen where you're able to click between 1, 2, and 3 on your characters. And they have little combo attacks that'll synergize with each other and go one after another. There's lots of different ways to use these attacks and different combo attacks, which you're going to want to explore with more characters as you unlock them. It's a system I honestly really like, and a system that I think will become more engaging as we start to see more characters. As for that though, I think we covered a lot of the combat basics. Let's move on to exploration. Exploration in this game is honestly super fun. Although it's a 2D world, it plays 3D. You can interact with trash cans to get different loot. There's of course teleporters, which you can use to teleport around the world. As you can see on the map here, this area is absolutely huge, and there's a lot more to explore in it. There's also treasure chests which you can loot, which give different stuff, including, for example, what are essentially the relics in this game, which give you like stat increases. You can get a bunch of these and use them. For example, the one I have here gives me more attack, and then they have some substats for support and shield damage. There's a bunch of these which you can find throughout the world, and if you're able to mix like 2 pieces together, you can get even better set effects. There's a ton of different ways though to get your characters to do more damage beside that. For example, your character rank is one of them. It's essentially just an upgrade menu where you can upgrade different things, like your attack, your survival instincts, etc. There's also your level, which you can increase using the selected materials above. Also, if you go to the team option menu here, you'll see that we have something called tension cards, and you can give your characters different tension cards that will actually change like the mechanics of battle. For example, this one, party members receive a recovery effect that recovers 1.8% of their own maximum HP. Another one here increases crit rate, increases defense, and you can switch these out for your whole party and also level these up with materials given to you throughout the game. So it's important to pay attention to this as well. Now in this game, there is a variety of characters you can pull. They mix in 2 stars and 3 stars. Your little ones with the purple backgrounds are going to be your 2 stars, and then your 3 stars are going to be the ones with the orange backgrounds. These 3 stars are obviously going to be more powerful and just do more damage, better supports, all around just better characters. And the way to get them is mostly through the synchro menu, which is how you pull your characters. Currently, we only have standard synchro, but you do unlock a limited one later on, which will have limited characters for you to pull. We have a special invitation, which after 300, we can actually pick a character of our choice, which we want. Also, we actually get a 3-star and a guaranteed 80 synchros. One of my favorite characters is this one here, who literally eats the screen. Her name is Yuki Gaia. I think she's one of the funnest characters. There's also Mew, who's another fun character. I want to unlock her as well. I don't have too many pulls since I just started out, but maybe we get lucky. Who knows? Let's see the animation. It's honestly a pretty cool animation. It starts out with a ball, and it comes and it blasts it at you. Look at that, baby. I think that's awesome, me personally. Oh my goodness, wait, no way. We got a judge robot. Sick, attention card. I don't know what the 5-star versus the 4-star animation looks like, so I just get hyped over everything. But yeah, basically from this, you can either get tension cards, weapons, all sorts of different things. And then maybe if those tension cards are better than the ones we already have, then we may want to put them here. Like this one increases our defense when we have low HP. So maybe we can replace some of the ones we have. Now let's talk about more important systems. In the hotel, which you unlock pretty early on into the game, once you come in here, you're going to have a variety of things. Now, a couple of these you're going to get a little later on, and some of them you'll have to do quests for. But right off the rip, you're going to get 2 things. One of them is the clinic, which it's basically you just come here and they restore your HP for you for completely free. And just like that, bump, all your injuries are healed and you're back up to full HP. And then over here at the Happy Worker place, we have daily missions. We can actually choose which ones we want to accept based on the rewards we want. So for example, if I want to get 50,000 cane, I would accept this one. And these will basically just have different things for you to do. For example, this one says to search for director's daughter. And this one wants us to pick up USB drives. And you can just choose which ones you want to do. And these will give you a plethora of rewards. Then we have delivery requests, where basically you can go and request items you need. And after a certain period of time, these items will actually just be brought to you. Currently, the request is still pending, but this will come through later. Another really cool system, which I like in this game, is kind of like a battle pass. In the very top left-hand corner, you're going to have what is similar to a battle pass. Basically, you just claim daily missions, weekly missions, seasonal missions, and you gain points on your battle pass. You've seen this in a lot of other games. To unlock the second version of the battle pass, it is a pay-to-win thing, so it does cost a bit of money. But if you do want to spend the money, you do get pretty cool character skins. Like this one here for a character I don't have yet. But you actually get 3 different ones, which I think is honestly kind of worth the money. Anyways, boys, that's going to be it for me today. If you do want to download Tribe 9 for yourself, there will be a link in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment. Currently, there is actually a available limited skin for one of the characters, which if you sign up for the game right now, you will get this cool little outfit for one of the free characters you actually get towards the start of the game, which is super cool. So sign up for Tribe 9 now. Link will be in the description and pinned comment. But for today, that's going to be all for me, and I'm going to see you all in the next one. Peace.